Hey everyone, this is Wingspan TT, and today I'm going to do something a little bit new. And I know pretty much every video I do, I say today I'm going to do something new, but today I'm going to do something truly new. I'm going to unbox my OUYA video game console. Now, if you're not paying attention to the indie gaming scene for last year, the OUYA console is a video game console that was crowdsourced through Kickstarter. Julie Ehrman, some lady I've never heard of, she did stuff for IGN, decided to start a video game company, and because I had no clue who she was, where she came from, why she should be making a console, I decided to throw $100 at her and get this OUYA console. Now, it's taken couple months, maybe a month or two longer than I expected originally to get my OUYA. I had gotten a DHL tracking number from OUYA maybe a month ago saying my OUYA was on the way, but every day I checked it said tracking not found, this shipment has not been found. So I assumed that it was stolen by Somali pirates, or simply there was no OUYA and the whole thing was a giant pyramid scheme. It could still be the case. This could be full of bricks, but they'd be pretty light bricks. It does say handle with care. No fragility though. So I'm going to do my first unboxing video. I don't really know how to approach it. Like, I don't know what people look for in an unboxing video. Like, do they want me to kind of like comment on the box itself? Should I kind of like there's no obvious undertones of cat urine or anything like this in the box, but I just figure we'll open the box, we'll do it sensually, we'll do it carefully, we'll enjoy the box, and we'll see what's inside. Now I'm going to eschew the typical scissors. These are very good scissors. There's no brand name on them, so I can't tell you what kind of scissors they are. They're very good at opening boxes, but I think we're going to shoot that today for the Faberware Classic Forge stainless steel knife. Now, it's very important when you cut with a kitchen knife that you hold it right above kind of the bolster area here. Like, you want to pinch it here. This gives you more control over the knife, and you kind of want to just wrap the rest of your fingers around there so you can make a clean cut, so you have more control. You see people cut like this sometimes with their index finger across the top. That is not good. The knife's going to have a lot of lateral movement, not safe for kitchen cutting, or I guess, console unboxing. Now, the last console I unboxed did not use a knife. It was nothing of the sort. So we can make the primary incision right above the ribs here. Box appears to be stable. Box has not exploded. There does not appear to be any ricin powder or anything like this on the box, so I'm not particularly concerned yet. And of course, looking into the camera while I make cuts and smiling is probably not the safest thing I could do. Handle with care. All right, I'm getting really excited, by the way. I've been waiting for this for a while. Kickstarter, I love Kickstarter. It's really cool. I think Kickstarter's enabled a lot of cool things that wouldn't have been possible otherwise. My friend Dan Glick, who worked with me on Life in a Game, he had recently funded his movie on Kickstarter, A Place to Stand, which should be coming out soon. I'm really excited for that project, but anyway, Kickstarter's great. Okay, I have made it. I've broken the proverbial, I don't know here, gaming seal. It's not the sixth seal, it's the first seal. We have some lovely bubble wrap here. It's not popping though. There's one pop. Kind of disappointed the bubble wrap did not pop. And immediately, I have no clue if turning this thing upside down was a huge mistake or not, but I'm going to do it. We now move into this section, and we have a actually this is very nice here. So it's not just a box. They actually did put some thought in having the packaging. I don't know what kind of grade cardboard this is. This is a mid-grade cardboard. It's black. They still show a little brown alongside. We have the double plastic seal with a really, I don't know if you can see this in the video, but it says OUYA there. It's a little bit reflective. OUYA. I don't know where they got the name. It appears to be model OUYA 1, understandably so, made in China. So it's good to know that not only did blood, sweat, and tears go into this, like literal blood probably went into making the OUYA. I don't know if any factories burned down or collapsed on anyone while the OUYA was being made, but we can only hope that my money was well spent, didn't directly harm the livelihood of any workers in China. So here we go, going back here to remove the second seal. Ooh. You know, I really, really like these Faberware knives. The Classic Forge, I got them from Bed Bath & Beyond. I actually don't think they make this line anymore, but they are stainless steel. They are forged knives, which means that they're actually made through steel that's been pressed and pressed again. They're full tang, which means that the blade goes all the way through the handle with a triple rivet. Very handy. I've had them now for like 6 years. They're really good. And here we go. Now breaking hopefully the last seal. Now I'm going to open this, and there's like a box inside the box. So let's see it. Where the hell does this open actually? Oh, it doesn't open. It doesn't open. It slides out. Wait, hold on. There's a message. I don't want to read it. You read it first. I'm not gonna look at the camera. You read it first. What does it say? What is thank you for believing? They thanked me. They thanked me. They believed in me. Well, Julie, you sly little vixen, you. I believed in you, and now you have delivered me a very nice red card, and I guess my $100 is well spent. This appears to be a really nice stock card. I think I'm gonna hang this up. If I hang it up on my wall back there, just thank you for believing. Then you guys who are watching all of my videos in the future, in an indirect way, I'll be thanking you for believing in me in my videos. All right, and wow, huge letdown number 1. Okay, so we have the OUYA console here and the controller, and the faceplate has broken off of the controller. As the first order of business is that my OUYA has come in completely not, I'm sure this will snap right back on, maybe it won't, which will be even worse. But there you go. I am, definitely surprised right off the bat to see that the controller is so much bigger than the console itself. Here we have the console. I'm going to pull it out, just wiggle it out a little bit. Very small. It is definitely like the size of a Rubik's Cube. It has a very nice kind of aluminum polish on the side. There's something written on it. It says 85 notch, 289 402, 35,000 handy games. So I guess these are the people that had donated a lot of money or something like that, and I guess Notch was the 85th person to support OUYA. All right. In the back we see this ports, HDMI port, USB port. I don't know how clear that's coming out for you guys. Ethernet port, power cord, micro USB. I don't know. And the bottom's got the model number. It feels cold to the touch, which I like. It feels kind of like I'm holding. Just the size of it, you feel like you're holding some kind of metallic robot heart. And I'm pretty sure that's something the OUYA team was going for. I really like it. I don't know if the OUYA is magnetic. I'm gonna guess not. Let's look at the controller now that that's just it's just kind of disappointing, mildly disappointing. Hold on. Okay, so we're gonna bring out this piece. I'm gonna put this box down for a second. Hopefully my dog doesn't eat it. Should be easy because I don't have a dog. Let me see if I can snap the faceplate. Or the faceplate has snapped right back on. Oh, how do I get it off if I need to get it off then? All right. So controller. There we go. It looks similar to an Xbox. I actually have an Xbox controller here. It's got the cable round out to it. It is slightly wider than the Xbox wired controller. But because it's got that metal faceplate thing going on, the faceplates keep popping off a little bit, which is, kind of disappointing. It has a colder feel to it, I suppose, than the Xbox controller. Xbox controller is a little more matte, feels warmer. I personally don't like that. I like the cold feel. My hands get warm when I'm playing. Let's see here. Just holding the controller. I have very big hands, which means I have very big gloves. But the controller right now, it feels good. It feels a little, I guess the grip is a little wider than I'm used to. It's not good or bad, really. The buttons have a nice action to them. They definitely respond right away. I feel like the buttons are a little close to the analog stick. Because I have pretty big fingers, I feel like it could be a little hard to hit the O and the U because it spells OUYA, O-U-Y-A. Are a little close to the analog stick, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm sure I'll be fine. The D-pad feels good, but I don't know how responsive it is. We all know that the Xbox 360, the only downside to this controller is the D-pad. So I really want to see how the D-pad performs. I'll just put that in a giant stack of Magic cards I have sitting there because someone didn't come from Craigslist to pick up the cards I was selling. Let's see, the analog sticks feel pretty good. They feel responsive. The tension is good. They kind of rebound at the speed you would expect them to. They click in a little. Maybe the click action could be a little bit, I don't know, more straight down than it is. It feels like a little wobbly still clicking in, but again, comparable to Xbox 360 controller. No big surprises there. I'll remove the plastic protective. Plastic protective tape. Just throw that out. And we here have the triggers. We have digital shoulder buttons on top. They do feel good. They have a little bit of play in them, a little bit more than I'd like, but you know, one thing that I don't like about the Xbox 360 controller is I feel like the shoulder buttons, unlike the face buttons, are like when you press them, you're like, oh, I just pressed the shoulder button. I didn't even realize I was applying enough pressure to press them. These feel like you know when you're going to press them as a button, the same way as when you press the face buttons. All right. So D-pad feels okay, not amazing, but better than the 360 pad. Analog sticks feel pretty good. The faceplates, of course, fell off before, and I don't. Yeah, how do they come off? I don't like. If you, I guess you just pull them off if you don't want them. I don't know how it works. The analogs, the springs. I'm not really liking the spring feeling here. There's definitely a little like when you let go, it feels like it takes a little too long for them to actually rebound. It's not terrible, and of course, it's hard to say. I'm sure in most games, if it's not actually an analog action. If it is an analog action, that's going to be fine. You're playing a racing game. You really don't want to go from full throttle to zero throttle like instantly. It's just like a normal pedal. And there's going to be a little play in it. But if you're playing a game where the triggers are being used for digital input, like a gun trigger or something like that, then I'm not going to really like this. I feel like this is going to be a little hard if you want to just rapidly press it like. I feel like that's going to be a little hard to do. So initial assessment with the controller is pretty good overall. In some ways it feels better than Xbox 360 controllers. In some ways it feels worse. I haven't used a PS3 controller. You know, this faceplate thing is just honestly going to completely disconcert me. Like how do I pull it off? Like I guess you just pull it off. And I guess this is actually when you pull off the faceplates. Hold on, let me get the other one off. I feel like I need some kind of 70s pornos music here for me stripping the faceplate. Like that's more of a cabaret, classy stripping. And here we have the bare skeletal insides of the OUYA controller, which I got a sneak preview of before. It's kind of like a striptease. I guess the batteries go over here, which is interesting. It's going to mean that the weight is in your palms instead of in the back. And that is something I don't like about the Xbox 360 controller. Because the batteries go in the back, Xbox 360's controller, the controller's always kind of back heavy. It feels like it's going to fall forward out of your hands when you have the batteries in there. Whereas this, since the batteries are going to be in the front, I'm going to assume the weight is going to be more, you know, in the palms, in the bottom of it. It's going to feel steady in your hands, like it's sitting there in your hands. So yeah, it's a good feeling overall. Let's put the faceplate back on. I just feel like the faceplate just came off way too easy. And I don't know if there's a solution for that, if the final product's going to be different, if I'm maybe just going to like put some tape on it. And you know, I guess typically, oh right, I threw it over my shoulder. I'm like, what happened to the goddamn faceplate? Ugh. So there we go. So hopefully these don't just fall off while you're playing, but I guess for the most part you'll be holding the controller. If you happen to like start shaking the controller around while you're playing, throwing it over shoulder, throwing it in the air and catching it and then playing, it's possible faceplate could fall off, which would probably be bad for you. And then I'm under the impression that this area right here is the touchpad, and of course there's no way for me to know that without turning the console on, which I will be doing. I will be doing an OUYA first impressions after this. And then this whole section here I don't get what this big black square is. Is it for infrared? Is it for anything? Is there, if you have like a Kinect or something, is this just plastic space here? If it is, I don't really like the look of it. I don't like the fact that I can see they're going for this racing stripe look where you have the touch screen area in the front and it kind of connects down to this black here, but the touch on the front is matte and then this is shiny. It matches the analog, but the analog buttons, the shoulder buttons, and the D-pad are the only glossy part of the whole controller, which for me is a weird design decision. I feel like, you know, why is that the only stuff that's glossy? Maybe the trigger should have been matte, or the digital stuff should have been glossy. So like the buttons are kind of glossy, the D-pad is kind of glossy. Maybe these should have been glossy and the analog sticks should have been matte. I don't know, because then the analog sticks are matte. Whatever. I want to take a closer look at the console itself. Once again, kind of removing, and you can see here it's really tiny, and I don't know if the angle is going to. It does say OUYA right there. It's tiny. It's etched in there, OUYA. I didn't pay the extra money to get my name on the console because I had to pay my yacht membership dues that month. So $100 was enough. You know, got to pay the cleaning lady. Got to pay, you know, the cleaning lady's cleaning lady. There appears to be a big fan at the bottom. So I guess that's where it gets vented out. Now, I don't understand the thinking necessarily of putting the fan on the bottom. I suppose it is lifted off a tiny amount about the ground. I feel like David Bowie here, like I need to be doing some like labyrinthine like dance, magic dance. And here we go at the top, there's a big O, there's a button. I assume this is the power button. Could be a self-destruct button. It could be the Julie Ehrman I want my money back button. I don't know if you press this, maybe she drives up in a limo, hands you $100, you make out for a while. It's kind of awesome. What else is in here? We have a power cord, power adapter. Unsurprisingly, this fits into the OUYA like so. And when one console loves a power source very, very much, they kind of, you know, there you go. At least that's what my parents told me. The power adapter, I just want to point out, it does have kind of like a removable head, and I've seen this in a lot of cell phones these days. So I suppose this lowers their costs, or if you want to bring your OUYA to other countries, you get different power heads. So in case you want to go to Japan or Europe or something like that, or you're in Japan or Europe, you can get a different power head. We have the, let's see, what else is in here? What is this? We have an HDMI cable, it looks like, so I don't need to go to Best Buy and spend another $400 in HDMI cables, because last month it kind of sucked. I had to get 3 HDMI cables. I went through like $1,200 in 1 month. It was really bad for my credit card bill, but I had my parents pay it off. HDMI cable. Hopefully this is good quality. We'll see. It's going to be good quality enough. I don't think this thing's going to be pushing the boundaries of what HDMI can deliver. We do have 2 Duracell AA batteries, so I now know that OUYA is in cahoots with Duracell. And I am just going to attempt to just only use my nail here. Don't need to break out the chef knife for this one. I suppose these are going to go into the controller. Just want to see how this works. I mean, how it works is going to go into the controller. Okay. Taking off this faceplate, again, it just makes me a little... I just don't like seeing naked controller. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, like I should be covering my eyes or apologizing, or maybe there should be like a teardrop forming behind my head while like I get a bloody nose. I don't know why I would think that. It's doing that battery thing where you put the battery inside a little roll. I can't tell which side is down. Okay. And then the battery goes inside. And then the battery goes inside. Well, I don't know what to do with these things. Like, what are you supposed to do with these little rolls? Are you supposed to, like, put them behind the battery and then put the battery in and then roll them in? Or are you supposed to kind of, like, I never know what the correct procedures. All right, that looks right. That looks right. Okay. And I got to put the right faceplate on there. OUYA. OUYA. Put the next one in. Again, it looks like they both go facing positive side up, which is a bold move. I really thought they were going to go one up, one down, but they decided, OUYA went rogue and decided to go both sides positive up. Snapping the faceplate back on. And I guess if I press this button, will something happen? Will it light up or anything like that? Oh! Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! It's looking for the console. Not going to find the console. Console's not plugged in. So it's pretty much just going to do this until it dies. It's kind of a metaphor for life, really. It's built right into the controller. We all have this kind of sad search for our other half. It just goes on and on. We're just beaming out forever and ever. Hey, where are you? Where are you? Where is my other half? And we never find it, and eventually our batteries die, and we die. So that's it. I like this. OUYA is making an artistic statement. And the last thing in this box, other than some random piece of plastic, is the OUYA manual. So let's see what wisdom we can glean from this. Industry Canada statement. This device complies with RSS 210 of the Industry Canada rules. Very good to know. Radiation exposure statement. Ce dispositif est conforme à la norme. All right, I don't know. All right. Something about radiation. I don't need to read that part. FCC rules. Blah, 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 blah. You cannot use the OUYA for unboxing videos. I don't know what the hell the point of that is. Then a whole bunch of different languages, and the English part says, hereby, OUYA Incorporated declares that this OUYA console and controller is in compliance with the essential requirements and other relevant provisions of the Directive 1995/5/EC. You read it there. Ladies and gentlemen, OUYA is not getting in trouble with FCC. And it looks like all of the rest of the manual is just that over and over. Whoa, 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 whoa. Important safety instructions. Number 1, read these instructions. Well, I'm already doing that. Number 2, keep these instructions. You know, this is starting to sound like 5 languages of love or something like that. Like, read these instructions. Keep these instructions. All right. Number 3, Heed all warnings. Number 4, follow all instructions. Number 5, do not use this apparatus near water. Number 6, clean only with dry cloth. Number 7, do not block any ventilation openings. Install in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. Number 8, do not install near any heat sources such as radiators, heat registers, stoves, or other apparatus, including amplifiers that produce heat. Number 9, do not defeat the safety purpose of the polarized or grounding type plug. A polarized plug has 2 blades with one wider than the other. A grounding type plug has 2 blades and a third grounding prong. The wide blade or the third prong are provided for your safety. If the provided plug does not fit into your outlet, consult an electrician for replacement of the obsolete outlet. Heavy stuff. Number 10, protect the power cord from being walked on or pinched, particularly plugs, convenience receptacles, and the point where they exit from the apparatus. Number 11, only use attachments or accessories specified by the manufacturer. That's not true, Julie. You told me this is open source, and I plan to plug all kinds of shit into there. If there's a port on this OUYA, if something can fit into that port, I'm fitting it in there. Your stupid rules can't stop me. Number 12, use only with the cart, stand, tripod, bracket, or table specified by the manufacturer or sold with the apparatus. When a cart is used, use caution when moving the cart. I don't what the hell cart they're talking about. Number 13, unplug this apparatus during lightning storms or when unused for long periods of time. Well, I think it's going to be unplugged a lot. Number 14, referral servicing, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. That is it. There's nothing else in here. You know what? I'm actually kind of disappointed. I really feel like there should have been a page in here that tells you, like this is supposed to be the manual. There's not a single thing in here that says how to turn on the OUYA, how to reset the OUYA, how to pair the controller to OUYA, what to do if your OUYA freezes, what to do if you can't pronounce OUYA. I thought that maybe, yeah, there was that nice thing in there that says thanks for believing, but I really would hope there'd be a little like preface to OUYA as an open source console. You know, I'm a writer, so I just feel like as a copywriter, I just feel like I could have done better, just a better job. I'm not saying that they should pay me to do a better job. I'm just saying that they should pay me to have done a better job already. What can you do? Overall, design's nice, it's clean. It's got the OUYA symbol in the back, barcode if anyone wants to scan that through the computer. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing else in the box, so I guess that pretty much covers the unboxing part of the unboxing video. So pretty much that's it. That's all I can tell you about the OUYA. As far as being a silver and black product that is designed to be sexy looking, I would give it an 8 out of 10. As far as being a video game console, we'll have to see as I do my impressions test. You know, if you really want to spend $100 on something that is silver and black and you get your money out of it, I highly recommend still Bed Bath & Beyond Farberware Classic Forge set. Classic Forge. Don't buy the other sets. This is the good one. Okay? Anyway, everyone, I'm WiNGSPANTT from TopTierTactics.com. If you have an OUYA, I want to hear your impressions below, and I hope you will come back to see my OUYA software impressions, or go to TopTierTactics.com where I'll be writing about the OUYA itself as well. All right? Cheers.